scheduling them. In fact, we sent a short memo to the auditor, and we're going to discuss with them revenues, scheduling of budget hearings, other issues associated really with cash flow issues that are associated with the budget. Again, going into 2012, we have a budget that's the last 6 months are loaded with tax revenues, but the first 6 months have no tax revenue. So we're going to have to discuss with the auditor a mechanism by which, either through anticipatory notes or possibly some other mechanism that he may suggest, that the cash flow can be adjusted throughout the year so that we can, budget appropriately throughout the year, and also budget on the front end to the sheriff's office, as we promised in the sales tax campaign, in order that he can start, rehiring and restoring the jail full capacity. So those are some procedural things that procedural technical auditor type of things that we have to work out with them. But then we'll go into our budgetary process, which I would anticipate would be completed by mid-December, I would think.
Do you plan to have the same kind of budget hearings that were previous years with people coming in? Do you know if you can make your presentations on the budget, or are they going to be a little bit different this year?
I would assume we would do like we did last year, continue our policy and come in and go over them. Yeah, I think we'll continue.
Okay.
I had a chat this morning with the treasurer, and I know the Commissioner Burnaby just stated about the auditor, but I also suggested to the treasurer that we actually, from this month forward, have a designated day on a work session that they will come in, the treasurer and the auditor, on a monthly basis to review all of our revenues, any unexpected occurrences. I just think that keeps everybody on their toes, and I would also encourage other elected officials to attend those meetings. Everybody has to be on point as we go forward.
So anticipate continuing the work sessions Monday and Tuesday of every week?
Absolutely.
Yes. We didn't do it just to pass the tax. We did it to learn all about the different departments. Commissioner Burnaby was new. Commissioner Creighton was new. They wanted to know more about what each department was doing and how we could help and how could we be of assistance. So I imagine we will continue doing that.
How about the community meetings? You plan on resuming those?
Well, I think we'll have to look at that. We haven't talked about that, but I think we would have to look at that. I think it was good getting out, and I think as we look now at the tax issue, the way it went, I think it was very successful for us to get out, to go to 21 or 22 community meetings and let the people know in this county what was going on, and I think that helped a lot.
I was just going to ask, what do you think were some of the keys for the passage of the tax? Was it
I do think it was the educational process that we were committed to from the very beginning. I for one was frustrated that our turnout wasn't huge at our community meetings, but I also believe that even if you talk to 2 people, they can take that message out to 10 more, so it kind of multiplies itself out over time. I don't regret having those meetings, and quite frankly, I don't know that I'd want to do 21 or 22 in that short a period of time again, but I think it's a process that needs to be revisited, because as long as we keep the public up to date and educated and informed as to how their tax dollars are being spent, it continues to reinforce the confidence that we have with one another.
I think the biggest thing was transparency, and I think that hasn't been done in the past, and I think going out and letting the people know exactly what was going on in the county, I think reassured them that we were on the right track, and I think hopefully we gained their trust by doing so.
I want to come back to Commissioner Creighton's point. The community meetings really hadn't been held on any kind of a regular basis before this new Board of Commissioners assumed office. So doesn't it take a while to get the public accustomed to expecting the commissioners to be out there in the community?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
the point I'm making is, right, give it a chance.
Places and they said, we have never had 3 commissioners here, or 3 commissioners and an auditor or an engineer, or whomever was there. I mean, people like to see their officials. They don't know us as well as they know their trustees or their council, because remember, local government's the closest government to the people.
Right.
They don't call me when they have a pothole.
Okay. Are you on board, Commissioner Burnaby? You've been very quiet.
I lost my voice speaking last night.
Oh, because you're a media star now, eh? You and Mr. Olson, huh?
Mr. Olson and myself. Yes,
Are-
Can we have your autograph?
We're hosting our own show meeting this weekend.
Oh, good.
Were you on there?
I take it, though, that you're interested in going out into the community?
I think that the community meetings that we held were really invaluable. And again, we had, small attendance at some, better at others. But those meetings, and again, we repeated those meetings to a certain extent by going in front of the boards of trustees and the various councils and so forth that we did during the sales tax campaign. I think that we have to look at, the format in which we do it, because obviously we had, much more attention when we did it in conjunction with scheduled meetings. I think that if we were doing it in the future, if we could do it in conjunction with scheduled meetings, so that we would probably have better attendance. So I think that we have to relook as to how we would do it. But I think that it's very important that the three of us get out there and get out to the townships and villages and cities. And I think that we should continue to do so.